Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor be unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. Salutations to the hopefully out there pushing this word, truth, sincerity, and indeed. We are the great millstone Chicago camp. Y'all already know. Bring out that Jeremiah. All right, and we just going to kick it off with that. Jeremiah 28:8. Whoever get it first, sound off.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8.
My nigga.
It reads, the prophets who have been before me and before you of old prophesied against many countries and great kingdoms of war. And
Of war, of evil, and of pestilence, man. Of war, of evil, and of pestilence. Speaking of war, we're getting ready to come into the third woe. All right, what's getting ready to happen November 1st? OPEC, they are reducing their oil exports. Now, what is that going to do? That's going to cause the gas, that's already $5, to go above $5.
Now, hey, you got to add to that the fact that America is literally in reserves included out of diesel fuel in less than 2 weeks now.
Yes,
well, no,
sir.
not less than 3 weeks now.
Yes, sir.
As of yesterday, it was like 21, 22 days.
yeah, it was like 22 days.
So
yeah.
you're less than three weeks away from there being no diesel fuel.
That's right.
So buses won't be able to run. It's going to be a lot of issues. It's going to be a lot of problems, man.
A lot of shit.
It's getting ready to hit.
Down, man.
And I just watched a video on the way here where the military guys over in Europe are all telling their families to leave Europe. Because like you said, WW3, the third woe, is upon us. And this is it. We got three main prophecies. All right? And they're all on the table. Number one, the third woe, which is World War III. Number two, the MO to the TV, which is not to be mentioned. All right? That's almost as dangerous as saying something about the JOOs.
Right.
All right? You get canceled for mentioning that. They'll even let you talk about the vaccine now. But you mentioned the MOTB, you out of there, right? And then the third one is the controversy of Zion. It's mainstream, which is my favorite subject.
Right.
All right?
So like, can I add one? Famine of the word.
Let's go.
That's on the table. Will that go hand in hand with the controversy?
It go hand in hand with everything, yeah, with the controversy of Zion, because now you're anti-Semitic simply for claiming your Israelite heritage or history.
Right.
When history proves it. And you know what? I had an Edomite send me an article about Kyrie.
The water. Yeah, I was
An
just gonna
Edomite
talk
sent
about
it to me.
Yeah.
And we had a conversation. And it's like, well, he's just claiming, he's just claiming that this is his heritage. I don't see how this is derogatory or anti-inflaming or anything. But see, that's just it. But it just to show you that how give me that wisdom that's gone out of 10. Because Esau don't know when to shut the fuck up. That's how you know the Lord with the Spirit.
Not at all.
That there is no free will. Right? Because if they really were wise, they would just use their media to ignore it all. They just wouldn't show it.
Set up a celebrity company, break them up.
But to keep showing it, you drawing attention to something that was already, you making something that was already big, all right, ginormous.
Yep.
All right? And not to mention that there's a mountain of evidence to support everything we say, and zero evidence to support Judaism. Zero. All right? It's a man-made religion. Point blank, period. All right? Abraham, all right, Isaac and Jacob did not tell their children to be a part of Judaism. They told their children to worship the God of their fathers, which was Yahweh. All right? And then they were also told that one day their Savior would come, which meaning what? They would be put in positions of straits and peril where they would need a Savior. All right? And we're there now.
That's right.
All right, we're there now. Outside of the part of them kicking in doors and machine gunning people down. Did anybody see that video that the brother put out? The Second Ezra 16, 70, 71 through 73 is here. When the woman crying and screaming, how they were kicking in her door, and she's screaming, they're shooting people, they're killing people. In the name of Jesus, pray for us. This is happening. Yeah. As they were kicking in her door, she's making this report.
Wow, man. God damn.
So shit is going down overseas, and if you think that's not coming here, it's coming here.
That's right.
All right? But yeah, they're gonna demonize us. Why? Because you have to understand, man. We live in a society. Somebody gets 2 Ezra 6, 27, 28. We live in a society where the powers that be, their entire existence and rulership is all built and based upon lies. They could have ruled and just told the truth, but the fact that they tried to stand in our shoes, they tried to stand in our boots. You ever see when your son, your nephew,
Right.
you know, your grandson try to put on your shoes and they be clocking around?
Right.
That's how awkward they look,
Shoe don't fit.
trying to claim that they're us when, like I said, there's mountains of evidence to prove everything that we're saying is true.
Fit.
If it weren't true, I wouldn't be a part of it.
Let's go.
Me neither.
I wouldn't have been a part of it. You know what? But a lot of people, hey, what's that book? The book that we often use by Ronald Sanders, Lost Tribes and Promised Lands. I don't know if a lot of brothers know the history behind the author of that book, but the author of that book set out to disprove the Hebrew Israelite thing. The guy who wrote, he was trying to, why? Because this thing has been around a long time. All right, and this just don't go back to one West. The truth came out of one West, but you got to go back to Israelite Hebrew. So Negro slaves were writing in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. They were writing, and some of them in the Samaritan, but most of them in the ancient Paleo. They were writing it. You found Hebrew writing on pews in slave churches, man.
In Virginia.
Explain that.
Yeah.
Why would these uneducated people be writing in the block Hebrew? Okay? Come on, man. So there's mountains of evidence. Somebody grab those two prescriptions.
What you want first? The second Ezra?
Yeah, the Jeremiah first.
Jeremiah 49:7. Concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished?
So that wisdom is vanished because here they are with the chocolate all over their mouth and fingers, saying that they didn't eat the chocolate.
Right.
And putting the camera on it.
Right.
Well, why, what chocolate?
Like that little baby, a black man
That's
did
the
it.
point.
black man did it.
Black man.
Right, and who did it? A black man did it.
Black man did it.
All right?
Little shit.
Hey, here they are. You know?
God damn.
That's what they're doing, man. They're shining the light on, you know, they in the bag, stealing shit, and then you turn the light on. All right? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Hey, reminds me of the story of how the monkeys follow the men dressed like trees. See, when I was in the Marine Corps, man, when we was in the jungle, the monkeys followed the men dressed like trees. All right? Why? Because they left food everywhere. All right? And so they would come behind you and they would eat the food. And sometimes at night you'd hear the crumpling of the bag, and just like I said, you turn on the light and the monkey, he all in that bag, because he want that MRE with the peanut butter and the chocolate in it, man. All right, he want, because people that grow up, they see him and they throw him a crumb. And he's like, oh shit, this shit good. So they follow the men dressed like trees. All right, well, they follow the men with the garments on, man.
That's right.
All right, they follow the men with the garments on. Why? Because out of them is coming the truth. Now, we don't always see eye to eye with the brothers across the street.
Yeah.
But one thing, they teaching that we Israel, man. All right? So you can't stop this thing, man. All right? Hell, I was watching a live show with the Sakari last night, and with Alazar, they had, and I guess that was his second with him or another brother, but hell, they had 2,900 people watching, man. All right, they had 2,900 people watching. That, I just happened to be seeing, and I clicked on it just to see what they were talking about, and I didn't watch it because I don't ever really watch stuff like that. But you know, it was damn near 3,000 people watching this live show, man. And how many of those people are going to, you know, resend it and put it back out and put up clips of it?
Our videos won't pop up under the apostles.
Or before,
elders.
whatever. Exactly,
Yep,
man.
other
I
brothers.
go on TikToks and I see clips of my videos all the time. I don't know who put them up.
Yep, the white one.
Different languages.
All right? Yeah, you showed me that a couple years back, man. That tripped me the fuck out.
That shit was bugged out.
He went on a damn some website. Y'all know where the hell he went to. But that Maccabean Spirit, my oldest, the big one, it was in Russian, it was in Korean, it was in Arabic, it was in Japanese, all these different. I was like, God, man. So when we say to the scattered elect that are scattered abroad, all right, people are watching, man. So that means the whole world can see the hypocrisy of them trying to block, trying to control the narrative,
Right.
trying to present evidence from being presented in court. Hey, every time you come with evidence, they trying to knock it down.
BS.
You know, with those legal terms that they use.
Right.
They're trying
You know?
to cast Jacob down from his excellency.
That's right.
Just as they've been doing all throughout history, man. But this time, you other nations, you're gonna lose this time. The Lord got a controversy with you, man. All right, the Lord got a controversy with you. He got you all on the list. Psalms 83, man. He's not gonna take our heritage no more. We fit all the prophecies. We fit all the curses. All right, and it is what it is, man. And how did we get the Spirit to come out here and teach this? That's prophecy in itself.
Why they ain't doing it?
Why they ain't doing it? Exactly. Because y'all not the people.
Right,
You don't
right.
even understand the scripture.
Con. Where are all where are all the matzah boys?
Right.
You know, with the little curls and stuff,
Right.
and the with their crown covered,
Right.
disrespecting the Lord. All right, screaming for where the rest of the tribe. Where's the stick at?
Right.
With with all the 12 tribes on it.
Nigga spinning
Right,
that dreidel.
and just like I asked my Edomite client, who sent me that Kyrie thing, which was written by a small header. I said, why don't you Google before they get rid of it? Why don't you Google yokes of armies and see if any Rosenbergs, any Rosenthals, any Goldsmiths,
Ben Stein.
any gold blooms pop up with yokes of iron around their neck.
It ain't gonna
Right?
happen.
I said you can even Google the different books that have the books written by so-called white people, right? Even by Jewish people themselves that listed the slave ship owners, man.
That's right.
And they trying to say in that article that this book from Negroes to Hebrews, from Hebrews to Negroes, has anti-Semitic misinformation in it. All right. When it was said, oh, he gang banging on the truth.
He'll get you.
oh, hard ass nigga,
Alright.
tough ass nigga.
My uncle, man, this nigga's 50 years old talking about some. They got a pants hats on some nigga. I don't even like hats. I just wear this shit to bang. That's all I thought about when you said that.
But
There's
you-
a hat. That's
but you see what he
niggas, man.
did?
Yeah, he remember he passed up. 50 years old.
Right.
He got a car. He said, I don't even wear hats. I just wear this shit. That's a demon. That same demon on him.
Yeah, that's
That
okay.
nigga said.
We'll see him in the news full of hoes.
Yeah,
All right.
Damn, what woman? Hey.
Oh, I
Go
got
ahead, brother.
I got it. This is off the New York Post. All right, I'll just show them just so they see. They got it. It says Kyrie Irving raises eyebrows with tweet to movie filled with anti-Semitic disinformation. Right, sure, right. It says the net star raised eyebrows Thursday with the tweet. Hold on one second. I went straight to the tweet. Come on. Okay. He right here, right? This is off his Twitter. Let me turn this fucking light up so I don't know how to do that shit on his phone. But yeah, I don't know if y'all can see it.
Hold on, I'll see if I
It says Hebrews to Negroes, wake up Black America. So Kyrie Irving, he's a superstar point guard in the NBA. He plays for the Brooklyn Nets currently. They fucking suck. But nonetheless, all right, he tweeted this, okay? Because what? And this is on the coattails of the recent controversy of Mr. Kanye West, man. Okay, which is why he's being blackballed and what have you, okay? Because what? The truth is coming out, man. All right, and Kyrie Irving, he's a so-called truther, but he's all over the place. At one point he was flat earther, At another point, you know, he
Yeah,
was on
and they're
some
trying to
vegan
connect
shit,
that to the Hebrew Israelites as well,
which is folly.
which is folly because we don't subscribe to that garbage at all.
But
Right?
Only
But here you can
Nazarite.
see it clearly in mine in the Guardian.
the water. I'm gonna just keep reading. It says, the Netstar raised eyebrows Thursday with a tweet and Instagram story that included an Amazon page marketing and tactfully endorsing a 2018 film, Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America, that has been described as filled with anti-Semitic disinformation. It says, I'm disappointed that Kyrie appears to support a film based on a book full of anti-Semitic disinformation. I want to sit down and make sure he understands this is hurtful to all of us, and as a man of faith, it is wrong to promote hate-based race, ethnicity, or religion. How the fuck is this hate? Go ahead, Miguel.
No, but at the
When they
same
call the
time,
other people goyim, which really means in there, which really means that the rest of you ain't shit, y'all cat.
and at the same time, you fill your public school systems with discrepancies of historical events that actually happened, man. Right? Talking about that we came over here as free people to be slaves. All right? You're discounting the Trail of Tears, the amount of people that died on the transatlantic slave trade coming over here, man.
Right.
How you got the land from the Indians? Talking about you got a fair and square. When you poisoned them, you gave them smallpox, all right, and all the other things, right? But these are taught in all the books in all of America, man.
And they just
Once you read those to the camera, because what does that say?
Jewish slave ship owners.
Go ahead and read it, brother.
Abigail, Crown, son, 4 sisters. It goes on to the owners of Aaron, Lopez, Moses, Levi, Jacob, Franks, Isaac, Levi, Nathan, Simpson, Moses, Levi, and then the ethnicity says all the way on down, Jews, Jews, Jews.
Right, and it says the name of the ships and who owns them. All right, now mark my words. Information like this is getting ready to get scrubbed from the internet.
Oh yeah.
When you Google yokes of irons, they're going to remove Negroes and yokes of iron. Somebody Google it right now. Just Google yokes of iron and give me at least 7 different phones. 7 is a number of completion.
Let's go.
Let's Google it and
Yokes
see.
of iron.
Yokes of iron.
Yeah, and then we'll just put them all to the camera. And let's see if any these names we just read, any Goldsmiths, Goldblums, you got it, bring it up, brother, don't wait. This is number 1.
That's the first one. Let me go like this.
You next.
There's a Negro.
Right, yeah, that's pivotal.
Here, tap. There you go. It's focusing.
Okay, go to it. Number 2.
See, you got the Negroes, then you got
And then they're trying to make it black. See, they're giving disinformation.
Native Americans.
Because they're referring to us as black Hebrew Israelites, and we call ourselves Hebrew Israelites. This isn't a black thing, all right? This isn't a color thing. This is about the 12 tribes, all right?
This one.
And the scattered, all right? We got brothers amongst us that are not so-called white. I mean,
Black.
that look white, okay? And Asian and all manner of people amongst us are our people, man. Next one. That was number 2. Let me get
Next, big ass iPad.
Fat ass phone.
See that shit in 4K, baby.
Shit real.
Right.
You can't really see that yokes, but that's a good one though. Turn it around, brother. You want show it to me? Show it to them. Number 4.
And it's got the verse down there, Deuteronomy 28 and 48. You look at the verse, it tells you. It gives you the breakdown. It's showing you the scriptures.
All right. Next, number 5.
Next. Powerful imagery right here.
And the scripture, Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
This one say importance of
Number
obedience.
6. Bring it up, brother.
Say it again.
It say the importance of obedience. What?
Yeah, that's true, because we
That's
disobeyed.
correct, right?
Number 7.
Shit. We disobeyed the Heavenly Father, and this befell us pursuing back to the prophecy, man.
That's right.
All right, and that did not happen to Matzah.
Now what's going? It did not happen to them. So what's going to happen is you're going to see a lot of what you just saw. A lot of that stuff is getting ready to begin to be scrubbed from the internet. Like there's a lot of stuff when I first came into this thing that's no longer on the internet. certain
doubt.
definitions, certain words,
No
certain
doubt.
imagery that we would use to teach, and now you go searching for that stuff, it's gone. Because that's what they're trying to scrub and clean. You know what's the dude they call him a cleaner? The guy that comes in to clean up after the hitman crew.
Yeah.
You know, they call them the cleaners, right?
Clean up, man.
Yeah, first they send in the hitman to clean that way, and then they send in the cleaners that clean up behind the hitman.
Yeah.
All right, the professionals. All right, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to scrub. They're trying to erase and get away with the evidence, and so that they can use. Let me read
They
this
gonna
now.
send a wolf off Pulp Fiction.
Right.
Clean it up with
The
the
wolf, right? That's who I was. That was Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
And that's who I had in my head the whole time. I just
That's
said,
all I thought about as soon as you said it. That nigga can't even click that shit up. They blew dude ass away.
In which they own all of that, you know. Ain't no fucking Quentin Nicotino, man. All right, directing shit. Y'all own everything, man.
Nicotino.
Come on, man.
Yeah, here we go. They'll say that they'll now say that if we say that they control the media, that's anti-Semitic as well.
Right.
Well, now how dare you say that?
Right.
Well, here's the evidence. Jewish owners and CEOs of top media companies. Fox News, Rupert Murdoch. CNN, Jeff Zucker. NBC, Brian Roberts. CBS, Murray Rothstein. ABC, Robert Eager. New York Times, Arthur Sulzberger, right? Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. And HBO is Richard, I think it's People, all right? But one thing that they all have in common, they're all small hatters,
Let's go.
all right? They're all JOOs. I just named 8 of the most powerful, far-reaching, controlling mechanism for information, not only in America, but worldwide. And it all happens, Shalom, beloved. And it all happens to be owned by one racial group or one religious group. All right? Because one thing they tried to, before they've tried to knock people for saying that that Judaism is a religion and not a race. That's true.
Right.
And they'll say that that's because you could convert to Judaism,
Right.
which is how they became Jews in the first place.
Right.
I just got gifted a 1925 Bible, all right, that has the full Maccabean history in it,
Man.
all right, of each of the whole family as a group, and each individual brother, and the daughter of one of the Maccabees that married Herod. Became the forefather of. He was the forefather of the Herodians. A lot of people about to get their feelings hurt. A lot of Christians, a lot of religions, all right? Because let me tell you, there is no Abrahamic religions. Because now they're trying to come together, trying to bring Islam, Judaism, and the Catholicism together for a one world religion.
That's that History Channel doctrine.
No, they actually
No, they do it.
No, it started with a B, something they call it, but they're trying to bring it all together, man.
Bullshit.
All right, and real quick, Isaiah 34:16. I hope it's Amalek.
Or Keisha.
Isaiah 34:16.
Might get a 2 for 1.
Seek ye out the book of Yahweh and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate.
See, no, none of these prophecies are failing, and there is no other book that you can make with the Bible. Right? So you can't hold on to the Torah and hold on to the Talmud. Right? You can't hold on to the Quran and hold on to the Torah. They don't go together.
That's right.
You know what goes with the Torah? The rest of the Bible. New Testament included.
Yep.
All right? Point blank, period. Okay? And you just can't pick up the Bible and start reading in Matthews and think you have an understanding.
Right.
You gotta get the history of what happened in the Apocrypha for that 400 period gap between the Old Testament and the New Testament, which explains what the whole Jews and Greek controversy is about.
Right. Right.
And then you would understand that it's referring to these are Greeks. Oh, the definition of Hellenist is in that book too.
Right.
All right.
I was gonna say that.
Analyze about the theory, that Hamitic theory. All right, because they tried because you can clearly see in this book where they're trying to. We ever bring out that second Ezra 6:27?
No, Big Eye can.
Bring it out real quick.
Second Ezra 6:27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which has been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
The truth is being declared because in that book you can clearly see where they were trying to doctor up the doctrine of the Bible to take away the so-called blackness of here's how Esau full of shit, because he tried to take away the blackness of Canaan, because the land of Canaan, which is where Israel is today, he tried to do that at the same time by using the excuse that he enslaved the Negroes because of the curse of Canaan. You see, it makes no sense whatsoever. They're trying to make Arabs out of Canaan. All right, and then they didn't mention Ham's his sons, although they're all mentioned individually, but they're not mentioned as sons of Ham. They just mentioned as people who live near Ham's land. So Esau is full of shit, all right, because the Hamitic theory came out in the 1800s, and then the white superiority doctrine got pushed in the 1700s. So around that time, that's when they really started. They had to remove the Apocrypha, and then they started playing. And this book just lays it all out, man. They tell on themselves.
Yeah, the whole time niggas couldn't read.
Right.
What them niggas
For the
read?
most part, it was very few so-called Negroes that could read in 1925. And the book, and this particular book that I have, was first printed in 1808. So I have the 4th edition. All right.
You had something, brother?
GMS Gabar Abdallah. This is Micah 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in their power, it is in the power of their hand.
Come on, brother. It's in the power of their hand. And how are they doing it? Well, I just read off 8 names. That if you say something that they don't like, they will cancel you.
Keep going to verse 2.
All right, or we'll have this whole conversation, break out the sign of the 12 tribes, break it down, and then all they'll do is just speak on Revelation 2 and 9 and how evil and hurtful it is, but not without actually reading.
Hire your best actors
Or
to talk about it.
blur it out, and then immediately while we're talking about the 12 tribes and each individual and matching it up with scriptures. All right, they immediately go to the Holocaust and how hurtful it is. It's like, wait, we're not talking about
Reflection.
Right, we're not. Yeah, we're not right. Huh?
We're not talking.
How do we get from biblical prophecy? How'd you jump all the way to the 19? We're going back thousands of years ago, and you bringing in one event up to and because it's the gigantic anti-shield.
Right. But
You know,
it
how
still
the-
don't work.
It still
It
don't work.
because even during that horrific time in history, you still had your heritage.
That's right.
Your language, your custom, your history was not beat out of you. All right, never in the history of mankind has one people's heritage, their language, their customs been completely beat out of
And
them.
they show you that with the Gadites all the time, the so-called Native Americans. All right. And how did our Spanish-speaking brothers come to speak Spanish?
Hello.
You know, you ever read any of the writings by Bartolomé de las Casas?
Right.
All right.
Terrible. Was the devastation of the Incas?
Man,
Yeah.
they didn't just, and guess what? There are relics to prove, because it also shows you, in that book, it also shows you Maccabean coins.
Damn.
And guess what? Written on the coins? The Paleo Hebrew.
I knew it.
It's written on, so
Hebrew.
they weren't using the Assyrian script at all during the Maccabean period. All the Maccabean money, all their coins had the block Hebrew on it, the Paleo Hebrew, or as Israelis call biblical Hebrew.
Right. Right.
All right,
And that
because
was
that's what they.
$3, man.
Just so you know, if you talking to an Israeli, if you want to make them understand what you're talking about, you say biblical Hebrew, and they know what you're talking about. That's what they call the paleo. They call it biblical Hebrew, which means yours isn't.
Hello, you got Yiddish, which is a combination of German, Slavic languages, and it's made to look Hebrew, but it's really not.
It's written with the Assyrian script.
Right.
But it's a German and Slavic language written with Hebrew characters.
Right.
Matter of fact, I had that definition. Let me pull it up while y'all get.
Can you get verse 2?
Bring millstone, Gabar Adama, Micah 2, verse 2.
Campaign.
And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
Khan, if the water for that book, Shalom. That's who who got that book to me, brother. Him and that brother, I'm on the bottom.
This 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no one deceive you by any means, for that day will not come unless the falling away comes first.
Right, so we fell away from our heritage completely. All right, and we went back to what? Psalms 83. Let us make the name of Israel no more be in remembrance, man. That was a part of the crafty council, man. That only befell so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Natives, man. That didn't befall y'all, man. Y'all still know who y'all were, man.
Exactly.
All right,
I
you
think-
motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
can't apply Jeremiah 17:4
Let's
to
go.
1940s incidents.
The 48ers, man. You don't fit that, man. You didn't get put in on that, man. Go
Abdul
ahead.
Gomar Nasser said that.
Let's
He
go.
rebuked him. Ain't that his name? Abdul Gomar
Gomar
Nasser.
Nasser, yeah.
He rebuked him about that. He said you left him.
I got
left the Holy Land
got
white.
that?
that too.
Or it's like
There
you
you
left
go.
the Holy Land black and came back
Here it
white.
is.
There we go.
Here's the definition of
Spirit
Yiddish.
of rebuke, nigga.
That's
All
right.
right. It reads, and I'm gonna put it up to the camera. All right. But it reads, and this is from the 1933 Winston Simplified Encyclopedia Dictionary. The Winston Simplified Encyclopedia edition. Dictionary with biblical references. But this is Yiddish. German, Judish, Jewish, Jude, kind of mixed German and Hebrew language, spoken and written and printed in Hebrew characters.
Yeah, I'll roll both of them goofy bitches.
Screenshot it for all you people that's watching. You want to screenshot that?
We got the receipts,
All right.
nigga.
Yeah, we come with receipts.
Come
man.
with them receipts.
And they don't, and that's just it. They don't want this sort of evidence presented in court. All right.
Right.
But eventually, it's going to be.
Right.
Because the Lord clearly says it's going to be made known who His people are.
That's right.
That's right. You in court right now. You saw we throwing the book at you.
The best book.
The book, we throwing the book at you, man. Word for word,
And,
man.
see, and they ain't got no answers except they keep talking, trying to appeal to the emotions of uneducated and lied to people.
Right.
Especially you
Right?
niggas
And
out
then
there.
there's more people that know about this than what they think.
Thanks.
All right, including a lot of Jewish people themselves. They know this to be true. All right.
I got a real quick one, just going into everything the elders said. This is 2 Corinthians 13 and 8. It says, for we can do nothing against the truth before the truth. So even how he was speaking on how, we don't agree with like Sakari and them across the street with everything, but they out here teaching the truth. This nigga Kanye West, he on the world stage right now saying this, Kyrie Irving.
And the Lord is using them.
Exactly.
All right, the Lord is using them because eventually it's gonna. And you notice they mention all these different groups. They didn't mention us.
Yeah,
That's right.
Because we're the only group that they haven't taken that bag.
That's right.
That's right.
And we're gonna bring that unadulterated truth that don't nobody else want to hear.
That's right.
Other guys gonna soften it up.
Pop
Twice
say unfiltered.
that dude who was in he is not an elder, right? He is a wicked individual, man. General Yohana, right? All right. Twice he's been on the world stage, and he didn't bring up the name Esau Edom. He didn't bring up the name Yahweh. None of that. He said we don't hate white people.
White
God hates white people.
White.
Well, he should have told them, hey, look, hey, y'all, hey, you people are the Edomites.
Straight up.
And the true name of the Lord is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai, and he's coming back to put his people back in power.
Yeah, they know
and
who
there's
to put on
nothing you
camera.
can do about it. All right? So they know who to
They
put
know
on
who to
camera.
put on camera.
Exactly. You know, right. Then you got these pull-up boys that's always pulling up on some major event. And you know,
And the cameras all over.
every time there's a major event, they pulling up. All right? And causing a stir.
Right.
But they ain't really bringing out no doctrine.
Right.
Just cussing people out.
Right.
You know?
They pull out the camera on me. I'm like, my man, what's my
Yeah.
man? You goddamn joke.
So you know, then you got people on the comment boards trying to defend this wickedness, man.
Yep.
Carnal.
The pull-up Israelites.
Right.
That's what you're supposed to be doing, brother.
Right, so because pulling up, from my understanding, that means you about to pull up on somebody and do something to them.
Yeah.
And it usually involves a gun.
90% of
I
the
got this
time.
up for you.
All right? Go ahead, brother.
Pulling up,
This
brother.
is
You
this-
brothers about some action.
y'all got your pipes.
Yeah, no, they be on that, like on the fucking comment board, man.
Cardinals. This this
Hey, because we're not going to win no carnal fight
So,
with Esau.
mow you
As a
niggas
matter of
down.
fact, he would like that.
That's what he
He
wants.
would love it.
He would love that because then, matter of fact, there'll be we'll get a couple victories here and there, and he'll take those and appeal to the whole world that this is what's happening to them at the hands of these people.
They go,
All right.
they gonna
Never
play
mind
that.
what they've done to us for damn near 500 years.
They
this
gonna
day.
play that
They
slow music in the background.
Yeah, right. the damn violin, right, with the little puppies dying and hungry. Yeah.
We just shot 5 niggas and hypothetically speaking, Esau done mowed down 5,000. They gonna rotate them same
Hey,
5
man.
niggas with that music.
He bombing the goddamn school and the hospital right now, man.
Right now.
Yeah, like that woman was crying, you know, telling everybody to pray in the name of Jesus as they were kicking in her door. Said the soldiers are killing and raping people.
Right.
And they was kicking in her door as she was shooting the video.
This shit's going down, man.
Yeah, man.
This is Philippians 1:14. It says, and many of the brethren in the Lord, waxing confident by my bonds, are much more bold to speak the word without fear. Some indeed preach Yahushua even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill. The one preached Yahushua of contention,
Let's go.
not sincerely,
go.
supposing to add affliction to my bonds.
And that adds affliction, man, because these things were written to come anyway. But it's like, man, all you got to do is preach the truth,
Hold up,
man.
nigga.
But what? These niggas are not sincere, man. So it makes this fight that much the more difficult, man. You know, here it is. The people already think we bugged out, but now they think we carnal and bugged out. You know what I mean? Like that shit is crazy. But hey, it's written to be so. So Yahweh Shem Yahshua can show their power when they deliver us, man.
But you know what? A lot of people know that's bullshit because down here, a lot of these a lot of them are tourists and visitors. But a lot of these Edomites that are walking by and have been walking by for years, they live in the neighborhood.
Right.
And they probably hate us and can't stand us. All right, we know
Yeah.
that. But they also know what them guys they're not gonna.
Right.
Right. They know that.
We not folks in there.
Oh, even the police that been on because who knows now, with all the police quitting and retiring and stuff.
Yeah.
But the cops that have been on the beat of this area for the last 12, 13, 14 years, they know these guys don't. They stand there. They might cuss you out, hurt your feelings.
Right.
All day.
But they not gonna be putting their hands on you. That's not what we about, man. They know that.
We up here sincerely.
Bring out your scripture.
That's right.
I got a precept to land back off what the brother was speaking on in Philippians. It's Ephesians 3:11 through 14. It says, according to the eternal purpose, which he purposed in Hamashiach Yahushua our Lord, in whom we have boldness and access with confidence by the faith of him. Wherefore I desire that ye faint not at my tribulation for you, which is your glory. For this cause I bow my knee unto the Father of our Lord Yahushua Hamashiach. So that's going to understanding that we bow unto Yahushua and Yahweh. So Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, and we're going to have faith through his name, man. He's going to give us that confidence. We're not going to seek out that carnal mind of confidence.
That's right. I got a little bit more. This Philippians 1:17. It says, "But the other of love," this is talking about the us, "knowing that I am set for the defense of the gospel, what then? Notwithstanding every way, whether in pretense or in truth, Yahushua is preached, and I therein do rejoice, and will rejoice," man. Why is that? Because if it's Kanye, whatever spirit he bugged out in, you know, whether it's Kyrie Irving, this truth is going out, man. Okay, and it's getting bigger because you can't do anything against this truth before it. You know, it's just opening up that light. You know how you have a flashlight and it's little, but then you have that, you twist it and it gets bigger. So these celebrities keep it's just making the light bigger. It's we're coming to understand, and we're approaching the elephant in the room now. Yes, sir. We're going to address the elephant in the room now. The Lord is making them address the elephant in the room.
You know what's funny? It just popped up in my mind about this Kanye West shit, and this why the Lord really jacking his ass up anyway. But these yeah, but look though, these kites and these bossa men, right? They didn't come at him. If they the people of the book, right? They didn't come at him when he made the Yeezus Bible. When he made his own version of the Bible and replaced all the words with Yeezus, and Yeezy said this. Why was I was offended? Because this is our heritage. Why wasn't they offended when he did that?
Even Vocab alone didn't say nothing.
Why wasn't they offended?
That nigga went and bought a pair of Yeezys, man.
Matter of fact, Vocab alone probably walking up the campus and Yeezys on right now.
That stupid ass hat on.
That fucking Kango, man. Gonna smack that shit off his head. Goofy ass. But yeah, hey man, Kanye, you getting your dessert, man.
Yeah, you getting your dessert for that bullshit, for that blasphemy.
That was real talk blasphemy, man.
But why wasn't the kites mad at that?
Hey, why wasn't it such a controversy when the nigga said slavery was a decision, man? You know?
Yeah.
Whenever he rebukes his own fucking people, you know what I mean? There's no sort of controversy. You know what I mean? It ain't no reports being made. It ain't no media uproar. But no, man, like Voltaire said, you know who rules over you when you find out who you can't criticize. Roughly paraphrasing, man. You know?
And this is really shit. The Lord, he said, I'll have war with Amalek from generation to generation. This is about to be the last war against you Amalekites, man. It's about to be it, man. And then the Most High is sending the Lord for battle this time, man. Okay, you're not going to use America. You're not going to use Russia. You're not going to use Israel, the fake Israelites over there, so-called. All right, to defeat the Lord this time, the Space Force. That last war, the Lord going to get in your ass this time.
You want to end our war?
End our world. And it's happening. And America's losing its allies. Europe is angry as hell, man.
Yeah.
All right, these people are facing starvation and freezing to death. It's cold as fuck in some of them countries already.
Right. Hey, Russia turned the switch off, man.
No.
Gazprom.
Yep. Matter of fact, Russia came out today and said they got evidence that the UK was directly involved in the destruction of those pipelines. They said they got the evidence.
Right.
All right.
All they did was send some divers down there.
And they said that they said they released chemicals and they got the evidence. All right, in which the whole world knew anyway. It was beyond obvious, you know. They knew anyway. But and they're also saying they're also implementing that America's footprint is there as well, right along with the UK. So this thing just escalated to a whole nother level. Meanwhile, European allies, Germany, Poland, the Poles are all fucked up because of their leadership. Polish people are freezing to death and starving, but yet they keep sending, also just like America, sending all this welfare aid to Ukraine while your own people are freezing to death. They sending billions of dollars in weapons to Ukraine while your own people are feeling. So expect there to be uproars and riots in the streets in Poland.
Can't wait.
You know, and now they talking about not a Brexit, but a poll Brexit or whatever they said it, opposing, whatever. Right? So all these people are leaving and preparing to leave the EU right at the time that NATO needs the EU together for their war campaign.
Because BRIC Squad is getting stronger.
BRIC Squad is getting stronger, man. And guess what? You got a lot of former Western allies that are now rolling You know, now they hats all banged off to the side like dude earlier.
Right.
Yeah, they bang.
He got right in front of the prophets.
Right.
Let these niggas know what's up.
Like he banging,
it's
right.
50 niggas down the street. Go pull that bullshit with them and see what happens.
Yeah, right.
It's 50 niggas
Go
right
down,
there.
go down on the L platform,
Yeah.
Roosevelt.
They gonna straighten this shit down.
Yeah, of course it
Bitch
is.
ass nigga. But yeah, this is right at the time because Saudi Arabia, they're getting ready to campaign to join BRICS Squad as well, man. As well as Argentina, all right, as well as other Latin American countries, man. But that's going to be your World War III, NATO versus BRICS Squad, man. And this finna go down, man.
Yeah, then they got
all right. And what those BRICS countries, they've been hoarding gold.
Yep.
They've been hoarding silver. They've been hoarding resources. Okay, and Russia has the energy. Saudi Arabia has the oil. All right, so it's about to be all-out war.
And most importantly, they have the
And not only that, they also got their digital thing boots on the ground
Yep,
already.
yep.
So they're ahead in America in every aspect of the game, man. What America's gonna have to do is what they're probably gonna do. They're gonna sacrifice some people.
Right.
All right.
That dirty
because
bomb.
this is what they do. They're gonna sacrifice some people. All right. Just like they probably gonna do that shit and then try to use us, to try to bring us into it.
Yep.
But they gonna do that to get it going. All right. It's gonna be more holes in it than Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
It's gonna get picked apart immediately, and then everybody's gonna turn on them, just like it's prophesied.
Right, they starting to do that with that dirty bomb. They're talking about that. Russia's already telling the world that America is going to use Ukraine as a proxy to let off a dirty bomb.
Same way that the media keeps talking about anti-Semitism, violence, and how this is going to occur. So they keep telling you that, saying it. What they're telling you is that they're going to do something, and they're going to try to attach the Black Hebrew Israelites,
Of course.
or the Nation of Islam. Because they trying so hard. They've been trying to attach us to Islam forever. And we so against Islam.
Let's go.
Yeah, we
Ain't no fucking big ties over here.
even the low level Israelite camps, even the low level Israelite camps ain't dealing with Islam, man.
Come on, man.
So trying to connect us to Khabib and them,
Right.
that shit ain't gonna work, man.
It's smashed.
All right? Bring it out, brother.
It's Obadiah 1:7 in the NLT. It says, all your allies will turn against you.
Ooh.
They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you.
Right, now read it in both. Read it in the King James and then go back. Read it.
I'm gonna start off
twice.
with the
Read
King
it in
James.
King James and go back to the other.
This is Obadiah 1:7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
And you know what this does here in the scripture? It just reconfirms that our elders, our apostles and elders, taught us very well. Because when he read the NLT, that's exactly what we get from it.
Right.
All along. All right, but go ahead.
It said, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
So we ain't got to do shit to Esau, Edom. We're not going to lift up a finger, man, until the Lord imbues us with them Black Adam powers.
Let's go.
Right? But until that, because they'll laugh and scoff at that. But then if you don't believe it, it ain't true, then don't worry about it. Because that's the only way we can fight you.
Bitch.
Right. We can't wait. Right. Well, I ain't gonna run home and get my things, and then start trying to run up in City Hall.
Fucking gun
Right.
jam and shit.
Like what's that song with the dead prayers? How they gonna run up in your city hall? Ain't nobody trying to run up in your city hall, man, and get shot by 1,000 cops.
Right, man. It's
All
like
right.
the Chicago Tea Party,
You know?
man. Fuck out of
Go
here.
ahead.
It says, there is no understanding in him. In the NLT, it says, all your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land.
And if you're looking, you can see that clearly.
That's right.
You can already see that happening. Hell, you saw it years ago when Trump was still in office, when he bumped through everybody.
Stout.
And then popped his collar.
His look was more stout
When
than
he
his
got
fellow.
right, when he bumped through everybody, he had everybody looking at him like, what the f-? Right.
Got that for the niggas
He
who
literally
never
shoulder checking people. Boom, boom, boom. And went up to the front of all the people. And
He was doing
then
what he was supposed to do, man.
And I was like, man, this dude, and then he popped his collar.
You talking about Trump?
Yeah.
Trump might be a nigga, man.
I was
No,
like,
he ain't.
damn. Because that was showing some nigga
He
shit.
been talking about niggas.
His look was more
He
stout
got
than
up
his
front and he
fellows,
popped
man.
his collar.
That's what he was supposed to do, man.
I was like, you have
Come
got
on,
to
man.
be kidding me.
Trump real. You got this soft ass nigga Joe Biden.
It says they will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it.
Hey, so you done pissed off them Arabs over there in Saudi Arabia, and we already tell you that the royal family, they Amalek, man.
Exactly. Exactly.
They Amalekites, just like the people in the land of Israel. Man.
Exactly.
All right, the royal family, because that's what they do. They set up their own people over brown countries, just like they got most of them leaders in South America. Them be Edomites, man.
Yep.
All right. They're right. Same thing happens in Mexico. The guys at the top, them be Edomites.
Right.
All right. You might have some low-level politicians that is actually Jake down in Mexico and other parts of South America, but the people at the top, they put Edomites in power, man.
Yeah. That the U.S. recently just they're coming out with this NOPEC shit. All right, which basically, in a nutshell, it's going to allow the U.S. to basically sue these oil-producing companies for market manipulation, man. So you know they just making enemies all around, man. So Saudi Arabia's like, well,
So
you know
when
what?
they were down with them,
Right.
they were doing all this market manipulation. They had no problem with it.
Right. It was all good. But now, since they see the writing is on the wall, they coming with all this other legislation, man. So the Saudis like, man, fuck you then, man. We're gonna reduce oil imports, oil production, man. So now we're gonna make you pay more. And then when they making them pay more, that $4.50 is about to be $5.50, $6.50. And when that's $6.50, that $3 loaf of bread is now $7, $8.
I just saw an image of Putin's face and an Arab face and Trump's face on the video. I mean, not Trump, but Sleepy Joe.
Right.
And behind them, it had $11, $12, and $13 fuel prices.
It's coming.
So
it's coming.
And believe me, that's a scary reality. It's not scary to us, but we're talking about weeks away.
It's coming.
This is not at the end of 2023.
Right.
Going into 2024. This is getting ready to happen. Right. And if this whole thing about running out of diesel fuel in less than 3 weeks, you gonna have problems here in America, man.
Yeah.
And in cities like Chicago, all right.
It's gonna go up, baby.
Because there's a lot of Chicagoans that don't drive.
Right.
Especially Northsiders.
Right.
Why? Because everything's right at a short Uber ride, or Lyft ride, or bus ride away.
Right.
You know, I had tons of clients that lived on the Gold Coast and in River North, and a lot of them didn't own cars.
And
if they needed to drive,
cars.
if they needed, they would go. They could afford them, but they just didn't. Parking and all. It's like, why? I just jump in an Uber or a Lyft. Right. Or if they need to go drive, they'll go rent a zip car.
Right.
Drive to the store, pick up whatever they gonna get. You know, or they'll go rent a car, take a girl on a date, take the car back. All right.
Hey,
you know,
y'all about to be some bike riding motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, a lot of people about to lose weight.
You motherfuckers about to be in shape once in your life real soon, man. You know, and like the elder was saying,
niggas gonna look down and see their feet.
Right.
Oh shit.
No, Eddie Murphy say, I can see my dick.
Right.
I can see my dick.
Yeah, because you got you round in the middle, man. KFC got a feel for you,
right, man.
That's a damn shame, man.
He said Sherman gonna have relations.
Ain't nothing wrong with
probably have
having
relations, man. Hey, but like the elder was saying, this is not far. Starting November 1st, Saudi Arabia is about to cut production, man. So starting in a couple days, man.
So expect things,
hand clap. Come on, man.
Expect things to get exponentially worse.
Come on, man. Hey, the holidays right around the corner. That shit over with, man. Hey, man, you gonna have to choose. You know, Jake, you niggas usually had the Thanksgiving turkey with the ham. It's gonna have to be one or the other real soon, man.
Speaking of that, man, bring up this scripture real quick.
So you know Jake gonna pick the ham.
This is Galatians 5 and 10. It says, I have confidence in you through the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, that ye will be none otherwise minded, but he that troubleth you shall bear his judgment, whosoever he be. So no matter what nation it is that troubleth us, the Lord is going to going to be the one that stand up for us.
Right, get that one 1,000 times and chastise us. Oh,
Baruch.
1,000 times more. Look, my sister called me yesterday, and she was complaining about my nephew. Because my nephew said he spoke for me. She said, I don't like that. And I said, well, what did he say? Well, she said, well, one of my cousins is trying to call. All these years later, they want to get together for Thanksgiving again.
Oh, shit.
Here we go.
So,
last
right, they ain't had one since the last one I was invited to.
Right.
And so my nephew was like, I ain't going to that shit, Mom. I'm not going to go to that shit either.
Right.
He said, I'm mad at him. He disrespectful to me. I said, I said, what did he say? Right. And then when she told me what he said, I said, he wasn't disrespectful.
Told the truth.
Right.
He just was telling you the truth.
Right.
But I said, you know what? Y'all can have, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And then I called my nephew.
Oh, perfect.
I was like, we going, nephew.
Perfect.
And you going to read for me when we get there.
That's
He was
right.
like,
Right.
That's right.
So it's on.
Let's go.
Yet
man.
again.
Hey, the spirit. Hey, man, the
I'm
spirit.
gonna go.
Man,
So
let's go.
I'm
That
gonna
was
go.
the first. This could the last.
This the last
This
one.
the last one.
That's the last.
And I'm gonna tell them the door of mercy about to shut on all you wicked niggas, man.
Hey,
Right.
The Lord is gonna destroy you, man.
hey, the scriptures tell you. He said, I will take one of a city and two of a family, man.
Right.
So that the precept, hey, man, that the spirit is undefeated, man. You know? And that's going to be a hell of a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, I
man.
told him, yeah, we gonna go.
You know?
Wicked ass nigga.
They're going to get the throwing dressing and shit.
You know, my nephew got his house in order, man.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
Every time I see his wife, she in a dress with her hair covered.
That's right.
All these little girls, all their hairs are covered.
Let's go.
All right?
Let's go.
You talking about the one Nate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him a couple times.
Mhm.
I know him. Yeah, that brother smooth. I like him. But that's the spirit, because the other one, the band in the camp.
Right?
The other one.
Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 22. It says, therefore, whereas thou doest chastise us, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more.
Right, man.
To
Go ahead.
To the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness, and when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy.
Exactly, man. So the Lord jacked us up, and we still not out of the woods. But we know that it's going to be 1,000 times worse.
Let's go.
All right, read it again, brother. Shot. Jake needs to hear shit twice.
Let's go.
Yeah. Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 22. It says, therefore, whereas thou doest chasten us, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more. To the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness, and we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy.
Right, so while you got all these people arguing over anti-Semitic this and anti-Semitic that and Jewish this and Black Hebrew Israelite this, the elites are bunkers are prepared.
Yeah, they had that video on. There's a bunch of neighborhoods around America where there's predominantly, Jewish people. All these houses are empty. All the stuff inside is gone.
Because the pull-up boys pulled up with their vans to try to see what they could get, and everything's gone.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Out of there.
Because they know what's coming, man.
Just like 9/11.
They got that phone call.
They just
they like to they try to deny it, but and they say, oh, that's just misinformation and anti this and anti that. Hey, look, man, then they once the insurance policy signed the day before.
Yes.
And a lot of certain people, certain demographic, got phone calls not to go to work that day.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
Except for the ones that they didn't like.
Right.
The one that was dating the damn nigga. Oh, he got one of them old Negro women.
Right.
You got overtime.
Right. Oh, she defiled that. She been right. That nigga's been
Black nigga.
been defiled her. She didn't get the phone call.
Right. She showed up, man, early.
Got fried. Burning rubber.
Got turned to dust.
That's it.
Bring it out, brother.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 14. I said Ecclesiastes, chapter 14, verse 7. If he do good, he do it unwillingly, and at last he declare his wickedness. The envious man has a wicked eye. He turneth his face away, and he despiseth men.
That's right, man. You want to break it down? Go
I
ahead,
was
bro.
gonna say, yeah. If he does good, it's always to his benefit. He never take and he do something for other people. It's always to his benefit.
Right.
And in the end, it turns out to be wicked.
Exactly. And if it happened to help you, it only seemed to be on the outside. It was really for him. It's just like, you know, my demon love watching them shows where they go into the hood and fix up homes and then sell them for cheap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that's all for tax write-offs and profits for them, man. Don't think that they're really doing that. And then it's always to some strong, independent, you know, Jake.
Yeah, bro,
It
every
ain't never no
time.
family with a man and his children, his
Every
wife.
time.
It's always to some. It's either to some moles,
Right.
Yep.
right,
Or a single mother.
or a single mother, a mother and her daughter.
Right.
Right.
They finna fry that chicken.
Who Father Jesse was the worst nigga on the planet every time. In every situation, you know, what about the father? Every situation, he's the worst nigga on the planet.
Right.
Yeah, but you were laying with him anyway.
Right.
Exactly.
So what does that say about you?
Right.
Right.
15 years, non-stop.
Hey, well, you know what? Look. Hey, look. Marriage, according to this society, is really a gamble, man. Like you said,
It's a horrible gamble.
And the brothers, you know,
Terrible deal.
you know, brothers who got married years ago, they alright. These guys who everybody's getting married like these last 20, 30 years.
Out of there.
Man, it ain't looking good, man.
Out of
It's
there.
no
Hey,
benefit.
cause look. Hey, look. Right. Hey, is my man Tom Brady not the man in football?
Come on, man. Oh, wait.
Could he not go anywhere in the world, get any woman he want right now? But he couldn't keep Giselle.
Come on, man. And that bitch ain't shit.
Why? And she done.
She's
She was shit
spoiled milk, man.
2005. She was lit.
She yesterday's
that
paper,
movie
though.
Taxi.
Yeah.
That bitch was fine.
You know
that
it.
was through back then, but yeah.
You know?
She's yesterday's paper, man. Hey, no, man. Hey, Elon Musk,
Yeah,
Dr. Dre, Bill Gates,
Oh yeah.
Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh yeah.
Jeff Bezos.
Kanye West.
Bro, the bitch all out of pocket, man. Hey, she's standing in front of Jeff Bezos right here. She got it. She all in Leo's face.
Yeah, Leonardo.
Getting
yeah.
knocked.
God, dude.
Just getting knocked.
Right,
Come on,
like,
these are billionaires.
Like she taking his phone.
She just getting knocked, man.
In
on,
front of
man.
him.
Right.
Right there.
So what the fuck you think you gonna do,
He
man?
over there looking like the Monopoly man. Jeff Bezos, that fucking ugly.
All he needed was some glasses and shit. Hey,
There was this one
Mr. Magoo.
fucking
Mr.
Six
Magoo.
Flags commercial.
there was this one red pill guy. He was just saying how today's marriages, when you get a prenup, that's really like getting insurance for your relationship.
It is.
He said it doesn't make sense nowadays for you not to get a prenup.
And then they're finding their ways around those.
I was about to say that.
Guys with
Dr. Dre.
Guys with prenups are still getting bent over, man.
Yup.
That ain't.
You know,
Dr.
they
Dre
looking
had
at their
a
lawyer like, damn, what fucking good with the
Right.
prenup?
Nigga, help
How's
me.
this? Right, this bitch ain't spit no bar.
Nope.
She ain't wrote no lyric.
Nope.
She ain't
No
mixed her. She
basketball.
ain't wick, nothing.
Not
She ain't did
fighting.
shit.
Man,
Finna
all
get
right.
she finna get 200 million.
Shout out to said.
Right,
Shane
and
Mosley.
it's like,
Shane
hold on.
Mosley.
It's like she ain't threw one punch.
Ain't
She
getting
ain't
beat
took
up.
one shot.
She got his belts.
You know,
She got half his belts,
Pacquiao
man.
and knock her down.
Come on, man.
She
But
hit him
she
in his
get to hold
pockets.
all the belts.
She holding his belt.
You
so
got, she
there's
got
some
phone him
nigga-
over there.
Folks in them,
Belt, son.
folks in them
That
got the belts and
nigga,
shit.
that nigga got like 15 belts,
Come on,
man.
man.
Phone him, that nigga over there.
They standing on the headboard.
Softest nigga in the
on,
world.
That's a damn shame, man.
That's wickedness, but you really gotta picture this in your head. Hey, it's just like Floki said on Vikings, man. These are the rewards of treason.
Let's go.
That shit don't mean nothing. This is treason. You got this shit for treason.
Let's go.
Bitch, them the rewards of treason. That's it.
That's how we
And the Lord is
look at
gonna-
those niggas that come to where we used to work.
Yeah.
They
Them
got
the
all
rewards
the
of treason.
chains. Come there with like 7 holes.
You sold up.
I'm just looking at them like,
Yeah, they
fucking-
get
you fucking
they
loser, man.
did. They lost the
They
whole
get-
soon.
Oh, yeah, they- yeah.
But
That-
that's another
They
story.
They be mad sometimes.
All the time. But these are the rewards of treason, man. Hey, but that's why the Lord even said it. Going back to the woman, but going back full spectrum in this society, nothing is yours here. But that's why the Lord said, store up your treasures in heaven. But these,
Everything you buy, you have to register.
yeah.
And when and register anything is basically declaring the ownership is really not yours.
Exactly.
Well, it mean basically you're what
Exactly.
you're a steward. You buy a firearm, you're a steward over that firearm.
Yeah.
The government decide we want that back. They gonna come from it. Now, many of these Edomites say, well, you gonna get it back after it's empty.
Over my dead
All right,
body.
a lot of them have that mindset. And it's the same thing with a car. It's the same thing with a house.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with your children. It's the same thing with your wife. Everything is put into paperwork where they own it. When you get married on paper, you bring a third party into your marriage.
That's wickedness, man.
All right?
Straight wicked, you know?
Son, I was gonna land back off the elder, and that's why this beast system is so important to Esau, man. When everything is digital and electric, he can just cut it off.
Yeah.
That's why they want to go.
Cut it off, man.
That's why they want to go digital and they want to go with electric cars.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Which is, and it's gonna fit because in cars like this with gasoline, you know, especially if you got an old school,
that EMP ain't doing
it
shit.
ain't doing shit to it. Yeah, you done seen all the shows.
Fast
The
and
Walking
Furious.
Dead, the damn Hot Rods, the 70 Hot Rods, muscle cars, they still balling out.
Let's go.
I watched the Domestics yesterday.
Damn, I
All
gotta
right.
watch that again. Yeah.
I watched the Domestics
Yeah.
last night, man. I was like, damn, that shit good, man.
Yes, sir.
But damn, that damn, what was it, like a 54 Chevy that they balled out in? You know? But most of the cars weren't working. Parking lot. The streets are parking lot, man.
They show you that.
And another thing for all you brothers, y'all gotta start watching that War of the Worlds, the French version. All right, bring it out, brother.
Isaiah 10:1 says, woe unto them that decree unrighteousness, Salakia. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right, and that goes in line with the scripture you brought out earlier in Ecclesiastes. All right, when they do something, they doing it really for their own benefit and not for the people. And they write these unrighteous decrees which allow them to have legal rule over you and so many unfair, unrighteous rule over you. All right, and then it's not always obvious. All right, you don't find out till after you sign.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because they give you rewards and goodies, but then there's always a fine print.
Right.
You know, it's like giving you that drug that make you feel good, and then all of a sudden you all fucked up because it's we forgot to mention that the side effects.
of
There's
these.
some people that take it, you know,
Right.
or most people that take
Then
it.
they say a little word fast as hell, all
Fast
them
as
little
fuck.
words.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
man,
Side
this
effects
shit, I
may
should've
include
looked at this.
diarrhea, this and that,
Diarrhea,
death.
anal bleeding.
I was
possible
better
death.
off with the birth
Like,
shit.
what the fuck, man? Yeah, you better off dealing with that shit.
Yep.
You know?
All while happy music is playing, eating donuts.
They got niggas self black ass nigga with no beard smiling.
Right, right.
All that goofy
Ball
shit
ass
going out in the
fucking head,
background, little kids.
Get the fuck
You
out
know,
of here, man.
in the
Right.
backyard.
Balloons and flowers.
Yes.
They naming all this horrific shit.
It's
You know?
terrible. Hey, but that's Esau Edom, and like we was going, man. That in the effort to reduce the carbon imprint, they want to make everything electrical. They want to make cars electric,
and the technology to power the electricity is more harmful than the emissions.
Yeah.
Because they got to use coal to power the things for the charging, to charge, and then all the residue from the batteries and the chemicals from the batteries is way more dangerous to the environment, to the soil, to the water, to the air. It's way more dangerous, man.
Them lithium batteries, man.
So it's all a lie. What it's really about is control.
That's right.
Esau wants to be godlike.
That's right.
He wants that Second Thessalonians. Bring out what you got.
Grab this one right quick. It's Daniel 8:25.
Let's go.
This is Daniel 8:25. I was just laying back on what the elder just said. And through his policy, also shall he cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Prospering craftily. All right? Go ahead.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
Right. As he's bringing in that democracy grenade. Pew, pew, pew.
Right.
Pew, pew.
Right.
All right? That's how he brings because every time he brings democracy, it comes with violence.
It's like Christianity.
It comes right. Exactly. Exactly, brother. Pew, pew, pew.
These people need
That's
some
what-
freedom.
That's what right. We gotta come over there. It's just like all the memes. That one meme would look like the eagle was running. That shit had me dying.
That shit was
When they found all that gold in Africa, they said, "Oh shit, we got to go over there and bring them people democracy."
They need some democracy, yeah.
We got to go save them and bring them some democracy.
They finna smoke you niggas in Uganda, man. Uganda is not the new Wakanda, man.
I'm pretty sure that Uganda, they're not in control of that gold anymore. I'm pretty sure.
Moab got they fucking squid eating ass fingers on that shit first.
Yeah.
Man. All right, hey, Moab been putting their stake in the continent of Africa for the better of 10 years.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, you got the Moabite niggas marrying them Hamite bitches.
Making some
yeah,
good.
Davis,
oh
yeah.
yes, they making some real good specimen for the elect, man.
I was seeing that.
Real
Yeah.
talk. That Moabite Hamitic mixture.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
It's gonna be real nice, man. Yeah, it's gonna be real nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of claims coming out of that part of the world.
My brother had something.
You at that Second Thessalonians.
Yeah,
that
I was dying when I saw that shit.
That's what.
My way to give you guys freedom and democracy.
Right.
Because it's so true.
It's so true.
It's, oh shit, we on the way. Mighty Mouse here. We come to save the day.
There you go.
This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. Actually, I'll read up. I'm going to start at 1. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that you be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us.
Hey, nothing. Ain't nothing gonna be able to shake us, man. Hey, these things are written for our learning, man. Hey, man, these things, this prophecy is coming to pass, man. We're here to rejoice, man. We almost getting the fuck out of here. We about to go home, man. We about to be sovereign, man. We're not gonna be slaves no more, man. You ain't got to wake up no more, man, and go to work, man.
To the electric rooster.
Yes. Come on, man.
Birds ain't even gonna be mad no more.
Fucking electric rooster, man. We getting ready to go home, man. Go ahead.
As that day of Mashiach is at hand.
Right, man. Hey, it is a day of gloominess. It is a day of great darkness, man. But for them, all right, we're children of the light, man.
Hey, what Philippians said, this is an evident token of their perdition.
Of their perdition.
And it's what? On the other side, it's a token of our salvation that's coming.
That's right, brother.
Just rejoice and be glad that the Lord called you into this, because all these people are in darkness. Man.
Right, man.
And you're being set up to lead thousands of people that's about to come in.
Let's go.
More people with this Kanye thing, more people about to come in this, man.
Yeah, because you got a lot of people that was on the fence.
Yep.
You got a lot of people who was quietly worshiping.
Yep.
They're not, they weren't verbal. They just, and there's way more women watching than you think.
Yep.
Lots. A whole lot of them, man.
Okay, there's a lot of women that are watching, man.
And they getting ready to come with
and
all
you find
their
it out,
problems.
shoot, when you start dealing with TikTok, because you can talk directly to people on TikTok without anybody, because they might be, on YouTube, everybody can see what you're talking about.
Right.
All right. Now TikTok, they can talk to you directly. So it's different on TikTok. They come at you on TikTok.
God. Choosing feet. Go ahead, man.
Let no man deceive you by any means. For that day shall not come, except there coming a falling away first.
And we fell away. We once was lost. The water Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we have been found. Go ahead.
And that man of sin be revealed.
And that's where we at. The man of sin is being revealed. Right. That's why he's pushing back against, it's going full circle, against Kanye, against Kyrie. All right, ultimately against the men of the Lord, man, because he's being revealed by the spirit of his... Salaki, go ahead.
And the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High.
And that's the beast system. That's why he wants to make everything digital. He wants to be able to control every facet of your life with the press of a button.
All right. What you eat, what you don't eat. He knows your stats.
Come on.
All right, hey, this man gonna have it down to the. He gonna even know when you aroused, when you about to get something.
He gonna know your blood pressure. Hey, look, we're coming into the times, man. All right, just to give y'all a little synopsis. You know how you speeding too fast against that red light camera? You know that ticket coming in the mail. The days are coming. It's gonna go straight out your account right there, whether you got it or not.
Yep.
The days
they
are
gonna
coming.
make all your shit bounce.
Right then and there. The days are coming. Oh, Mr. Smith, you've exceeded your amount of meat this month. We will no longer allow you to buy meat. You will now have to buy vegetable products. This is the beast system that we're getting ready to fucking come in, man. And that's why it's gonna be so much sedition, man.
Right.
All right? Go ahead. Man, this shit is about to amp up, man.
And they so worried about the Hebrew Israelites. They really need to be worried about them the right wing Christian extremists.
Let's go.
The real threat.
Let's go.
You know, them the guys you really have to worry about.
Yes, sir.
They got a history of extreme violence.
Let's go.
All right, and it never stops. They still doing it.
Them the ones, man.
Them the ones they gonna have to worry. Them the ones gonna be paying them small hatters a visit.
Oh, come on.
All right, why they putting the camera on us?
Right.
All right, because the war is really between the diehard Bible thumping Christians, all right, and Zionists. All right, because you know the whole Judeo-Christian thing. That's a very controlled portion of the population, and they got certain paid off TV evangelists. They are part of that, but the rest of white Christendom, they ain't with that shit.
They ain't with that shit.
They ain't with it at all, man. And they think that they're different people. And the white Christians know that the people in Israel aren't the people of the Lord. Matter of fact, white Christians claim that they're people.
Exactly.
So the real battle is between them. That's that house divided.
Oh, got it.
So that's a whole nother. So when the debt goes up, it's going up, man. And it's gonna be like that scene in what was that movie with all the hitmen